Mr. Alex Day, a good friend of mine, recently went to New York and he brought me back these amazing books. I have cool friends. They are Hans Christian Andersen's classic fairy tales, Grimm's complete fairy tales, and finally Aesop's Fables. Most of you that have been subscribed for a while will have seen my Fairy Fales videos, so you'll know that I know Hans and Grimm's fairy tales quite well. But Aesop's Fables, when he gave me the book, I thought, Aesop's Fables, no, I'm familiar with them. I know The Tortoise and the Hare and Sour Grapes and... Then I realised that was it. That's all I know. That was the extent of my knowledge on Aesop's Fables. It was a long time ago that I was taught an Aesop's Fable. You know, you taught them when you're a kid because they're good life lessons. You know, Sour Grapes teaches you not to despise what you can't get, and The Tortoise and the Hare teaches you slow and steady wins the race. You know, think about what you're doing before you do it and don't just rush into things like the hare. And you know, they're brilliant morals with brilliant stories that are easy to teach children, and then they'll carry those fables with them and apply them when they're adults. But then I opened the book and I started reading more. Most of them are insane. Okay, that's not fair. Like 90% of them have really good morals, but the stories that go with them are mental. For instance, The Owl and the Grasshopper is one that caught my attention. Moral is written in green underneath each story, and this one is flattery works better than threats. Totally agree with that. You know, flattery, when you genuinely mean what you're saying, is a good thing. It's nice for the person you're flattering because they're hearing something nice about themselves, and it makes you feel good to make someone happy. And if you're in a situation like a confrontation, perhaps, you're better off being nice/civil to the person rather than just being outright aggressive and threatening them. Positivity over negativity is the overall vibe here. However, this is the story it comes with. An owl who was sitting in a hollow tree dozing away a long summer's afternoon was very much disturbed by a rogue of a grasshopper who kept singing in the grass beneath. So far indeed from keeping quiet or moving away at the request of the owl, the grasshopper sang all the more and called her an old blinker that only came out at nights when all honest people were gone to bed. The owl waited in silence for a short time and then artfully addressed the grasshopper as follows. Well, my dear, if one cannot be allowed to sleep, it is something to be kept awake by such a pleasant little pipe as yours, which makes the most agreeable music, I must say. And now I think of it, my mistress Pallas gave me the other day a bottle of delicious nectar. If you will take the trouble to come up, you shall have a drop, and it will clear your voice very nicely. The silly grasshopper, beside himself with flattery, came hopping up to the owl. When he came within reach, the owl caught him, killed him, and finished her nap in comfort. She eats him! You can't use flattery like that! You cannot teach children that it's okay to use flattery to manipulate someone. Sure, kids, if someone's being mean to you, just tell them they look lovely today and you want to kiss them on the cheek, and then when they get close enough, just punch them in the face. That is so not okay! This is why I only know Sour Grapes and that tortoise one. The rest of them you can't teach kids. But I bet you anything that when she started out, she didn't say, I really want to be famous one day. I bet she said, I want to be the best at what I do one day.